We always talk about what is it that you need to do in order to make money with the 2-minute strategy. We talk about the settings, we talk about the secrets, we talk about the hot tips and everything, but we never mention what are the mistakes by using the 2-minute strategy. In this specific video, I'm actually gonna point out the most common mistakes that a lot of people are making due to either lack of experience or simply emotions uncontrolled. And we're gonna go ahead and talk about it in this specific video. Hi everyone, my name is Christian and this is the BLW Online Trading Channel. And in this YouTube channel, I do a lot of software reviews, broker reviews, and just like this one, I give you tips and strategies as to how to make money with online trading. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. The 2-minute strategy is one of the most popular trading strategies out there and definitely the most popular for binary options. It's a strategy that I created back in 2016. And ever since, it has over 500,000 views on YouTube. But many people know what to do and how to use it, but they don't realize that there are some things that you shouldn't do in this specific trading strategy. And that is the reason why some people actually end up losing money with it. And they up saying that it's just a strategy that doesn't work. Well, in this specific video, I'm here to point out what are those mistakes that we all do, because I'm included in there. We all do with this specific strategy. So if you are ready and you want to know this, make sure you stay up until the end of this video. Without further ado, let's jump into the content. All right, so it was a long intro, but now that you understand exactly what is it that we're gonna be doing, let's go ahead and dive right into it. I'm in my IQ Option account. Remember, you will be able to get a demo account to your IQ Option account over there below in the description of this video so that you can start practicing this strategy. Also to Pocket Option, which is the second best broker for this strategy as well. You're gonna find the video in there. So let's go ahead and begin with the mistake number one. Now, in this specific video, I'm not gonna talk about the topics, about the settings or anything, but I'm actually gonna put here in the corner a video where I explain you all the settings as to what to do from scratch, how to set it up and so on, so that you know exactly how it is. I actually placed one trade so that you knew exactly the entry point and so on. But in this specific video, we are here to talk about the mistakes. So the first mistake that I want you guys to know is trading against the trend. Now, this is a common mistake, although it's not one of those mistakes that a lot of people are making nowadays, since I've been making so many videos in regards to not trading against the trend, but it's definitely one of the most common ones. What do I mean trading against the trend? Well, when you're actually trading with the 2-minute strategy, you see this wide moving average with a period of 50, basically identifies that the price is dropping. So there's no reason why you should buy an option or enter for a call option, right? So here's the mistake number one. And as you can see right here, in this area, you probably would have thought, okay, so the MACD crossed 2-3 candles before. So that means that this one is actually going to be in the money. And guess what? It was out of the money. Why? Because we are looking at a downtrend. We're not looking at an uptrend. That's the reason why that transaction was actually lost. So let's say, for instance, that you actually do this 1, 2, or 3 times during the day, then you're gonna end up losing money instead of making money with this strategy. So mistake number one is trading against the trend. The mistake number two that a lot of people are actually making is not reading the MACD, okay? MACD will tell you when to enter a trade. If you notice, MACD has a period of 9, 12, and 26. So the 9 period is the blue one, the blue line, and the 12 period is the red line. Even you can change it if you want to. And the way you could do it is like changing the signal period to a period of 6, for example, and the period of 14, exactly as it is with the moving average. And if you notice, it will cross exactly at the same time. So there is a reason why MACD actually has these periods, okay? 12, and you can leave it at, let's say that you can leave it at 6. It will help you even get a little bit more accurate because the red line and the MACD is gonna be with a period of 12. But the blue line is gonna be with a period of 6, which is exactly the same one as the moving average that we set up for the strategy. So what this is going to do do is that instead of crossing the 14 line, it's gonna cross the 12 period line, and that's gonna give you a preview of what's going to happen within the next candle. So in order to understand this, let's go ahead and take a look. Right here, the moving average actually crossed 1, 2, or 3 candles before. Obviously, this is an up downtrend, I'm sorry. So let me go ahead and look for one good entry point right here with the trend. Okay, here, this is the downtrend and this is an entry point. So if you notice, the MACD right here is actually crossing a little bit, I would even say at this exact same time. Now, the mistake that a lot of people do is actually just following the crossing of the moving averages and not focusing on the MACD. The MACD is a previous confirmation. Now, sometimes MACD will even cross at the same time of the moving average, but if both the moving averages and the MACD gets retracted and they don't actually enter for the position, then you're gonna end up losing money. You're gonna end up losing that trade. My biggest recommendation is only enter the trade if the MACD already crossed 1 or 2 candles before. Other than that, just don't enter the trade. You're not gonna lose anything if you don't enter that position, right? But if you wanna enter at the exact same time, but well, this one right here, yeah, this one right here crossed pretty much at the same time, but the candle that you need to enter is not this one, because right here, if you notice, is crossing right here, and it already crossed in the MACD. So that means that the next candle, this one right here, is the one that you're supposed to enter, okay? Let me look for another example over here for MACD, maybe, no, this one, but even though this one is an uptrend, just to give you the example, the MACD crossed 3 candles before, 1, 2, and 3. And even though it was an uptrend, you still got in the money because you follow the actual MACD. So what is it that you need to do in order to avoid this mistake? Respect the MACD and actually use it as a pre-confirmation to enter the trade. Many times we just focus it, and I include myself because sometimes I even made that mistake as well, is that we focus too much on the actual moving average instead of focusing on the actual MACD as a pre-confirmation. So that's actually kind of tricky, but you need to be careful with it. And I'm 100% sure if you're able to dominate it, you're gonna increase your win rate like a lot, okay? So that's mistake number 2. And the mistake number 3 is actually in the entry point. Now, why in the entry point? Basically, because people tend to enter here, okay? When the MACD is about to cross. Not when it's already crossed, but when it's about to cross. And no, you're gonna enter at none of the moment that the MACD is starting to touch, like, I'm sorry, the moving averages start to touch each other. No, they're gonna touch each other in one candle. And once the next one starts, which is boom, in this area is where you enter. You don't enter exactly at the entry point. Like instance right here, it's crossing. You don't enter that one. You enter the next one. The next to the cross. You don't enter this one. If you notice, this one was pretty tight. You enter on the next one. It was in the money. You don't enter on, well, this one is an uptrend. You don't enter on this one. Well, this one, yeah. So you don't enter on this one, you enter on this one if you notice the MACD already crossed. Or even if you want to enter the next one, but it will be too risky, then you can enter as well. This is a clear example. It's going to happen right now within the next 4 minutes, I would say. Let me go ahead and set up my expiration. Even though right now it's kind of risky because the candlesticks already touched the 50 moving average, so it might be a change in direction on the trend. Let me go ahead and check out in 5 minutes. If it's an uptrend in 5 minutes, then no. Okay, it looks like, yeah, it's going to be a good entry point for a put for 2 minutes, and right now it's dropping. So right now it's 1617, so I would say 1680 I think is gonna be until the next candle, not the following one, but the one that is coming up next. So if you're enjoying this video, make sure you smash the like button to show your support to this YouTube channel. It helps a lot so that we are actually growing. So take a look at it right now. Right now it touched each other. We're not supposed to enter that trade. We need to enter the next one, okay? Not this one, but the next candle. This one right here, if you would have entered at the moment, like boom, entry point for 2 minutes, you can see that it's a huge jump that we have right there. Therefore, I would say that you are going to lose that trade. So we enter after the cross. And just this as an extra tip, make sure you actually take a look at what's going on in the pair. So for instance, here there was a call option that was won, even though it was a downtrend, and we can see that the one position actually touched the 50 moving average. So this kind of tells you that there might be a change in direction or that this is going to happen. This that you see right here, if you notice there's some sort of like mixed up trending, you don't even know what's going on, or in this area right here where you don't know if it's an uptrend or is a downtrend, what should I do? So this is kind of a bad sign. I'm not going to enter in this trade because of this, because of these two candles that actually touch the MACD. It might be that it continue dropping, but to avoid risk, better if you trade only in these really clear areas. So I hope this video really helped you guys out, like increase your win rate with the 2-minute strategy. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comment section below and I'll be able to answer those comments within 24 hours after I release this video. And in case you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel and you want to see more videos just like this one, make sure you are subscribed below. Thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next one.